What's going on, everybody? Special Handhelds 24. These are the little guys. My wife got those from McDonald's. I think it's from the boy band, the green boy band. We got some good hits. But I just want to go over Yakuza on the Pocket S2 Pro. We're doing similar settings, except we're playing at 720, and it's I don't even know what controller mode I'm in. It's in gaming mode, so we don't need to go higher than that. I think I was using this for Switch testing last night. No, we're good. So we're gonna go to settings. Leave it at 60 since we can't go higher. Turn that off. We'll turn that off. We'll keep that on. But you see how it's using the GPU? I gotta test this on the Mini or Odin 2 Pro, one of them. I'll get to that momentarily. But let's see if this game can run at 720. We gotta get through all the cutscenes and all that jazz. Luckily it's easy to skip. I'm already positioning my hand in the start position. Skip. 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 Oh. Oh. There's gonna be a Y button up coming up. I know it. Because we literally just played this. Okay. Oh, damn it. I mean, so far so good at 720. Oh, fuck. Alright, it's not frozen, it's just, yeah, cutting to the next scene. Alright, let's get to the fighting. Okay. Cool. Yeah. We gotta follow the tutorial. Miss. Swing and a miss. At least this is going by faster this time. Alright, we don't care about this. What we do care about is how he's going to work in the open world-ish type area. Forever with these cutscenes. Alright, boys. So 720, and we're playing above 30 frames. Let's see if we get that slowdown. Not so much. Alright. Now let's go to performance, and let's switch to balance mode and see if we lose frames or gain frames. So I have balance mode with the fan on high or maxed out. Okay, not bad. And then, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's test it out in max mode. And put the fan on full. So I don't see an improvement with max mode in this scenario. Gaming mode seems to be the sweet spot. And then we'll go to graphics real quick, and then we'll do 800 by 600. And it's going to square it up, but that's fine. Just want to see the improvement in frames, because you can just set the settings to 800 by 600 in Gamehub. Might need to do that before launching the game. Alright, so let's make a quick save. Alright. Well, I don't know, the frames are going up, but they're going down too. So let's see. Get out of here. Let me go over the settings, 1 second. Alright. So we're going to take this to, because these don't work apparently, but you do have the option of doing 800 by 600, which is nice. And we're going to put it in extreme. I didn't notice any slowdown with performance, so that again might be the way to go. And these are the settings. Nothing spectacular. So let's see how it plays now. Okie dokie. And we're in gaming mode. There we go. Oh yeah, I switched the caps out because I still like these a lot. They're just getting darker and like a tint of yellow. It's like, oh no, I gotta switch them out. Sucks. Alright, let's go over settings real quick. Alright, so there you go. And let's go to balance mode, but I'll turn the fan down to high. Yeah, okay. There you go. So you gotta start off at 800 by 600. But I think that performance mode is the way to go because I can still feel the slowdown. So let's go to gaming mode. We'll throw up the stats. I mean, it's like on par with the Odin 2. There's no huge improvement. I don't see anything. And I will keep it real and be honest with you guys. I don't see much of an improvement with performance here in this game. That's not to say that's every game, but this game alone with these settings, not so much. Max mode is overkill. Let's take that off, and then oh, these things off, on. Let's turn that off. Take it to 120. And we'll take that off too. Confirm. Yeah, super slow in balance mode. Well, it's hard to see. Oh, we're in game mode. Alright, now let's do the test. Yeah. We'll keep it at that resolution, but we're gonna go back to 60, but we're gonna go here and I don't know about that. We'll turn this to high. And we'll turn that on. We'll turn that on. We'll turn that on. And we'll turn that on. Confirm. So this is just a custom sort of high settings. Yeah, see, we could get away with it too. And it's using more of the GPU. But that slowdown, it's got to be the performance mode. Or the extreme mode. You need the memory. So again, but we are just using 30%, not even 29% at this frame rate or this resolution. And we have settings on pretty high, but oh, I can't change it. It sucks because it's at 800 million. Let's do ultra. So now you see the GPU. This is the advantage because we have a more powerful GPU in this, as well as the CPU's bigger, stronger, whatever. But since the GPU is way bigger, you can play games with better resolution that utilize the Android GPUs or get away with it. Granted, it's 800 by 600, and we're getting over 40 frames. But this is ultra high settings. And we're using like 99% of the GPU, which is crazy. So that is the advantage of this chip versus the Odin. The Odin 2, the 8 Gen 2 is not going to be able to handle that. Their GPU is just not as strong. But I mean, regardless, you're not going to play it. It's just like a niche settings thing that you could take advantage if the game is allowing you to utilize the GPU through emulation. You can raise the texture quality and still get away with it. But is that necessary? No, because it's going to need more tweaking with the Gamehub performance settings with effects core to get a smoother gameplay, because this is still very like, it says we're getting over 40 frames, but let's see. This area right here is their slowdown, big time. Well, he's just slowing down. Come on, pick it up. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say, but there's slight slowdown, and I think that is due to the memory. 'Cause we could fix that. And also I gotta test it out with save flags too to see if that improves performance too, because some games just will do better with save flags. But since this is the FX core and everything, it's just completely different settings. But here, I want to go over it real quick with you guys. Alright, so this right here, I feel like will fix that slowdown. But you'll lose frame rates. But as you can see, if you're playing over 30 and you could get away with a lot of things in there and it's smoother, then I would just turn this on. But in reality, it's just performance. Extreme just takes that off, basically. It's all the same. I checked it. But when you put in performance, that stays on. So multi-thread TSO memory enabled. We could try with multi-block. It just reminds me of CMod and some of the settings with FX core, but it's just still different. If I get time, I'll play with it, but for the most part, it performs pretty good. And with this big GPU, you can increase the texture quality. We'll do one last test real quick with performance mode. And we'll bump it to 720 and see how it plays. All right, one moment. All right, I gotta get back to work, so we gotta make this quick. All right, so go to our settings, go to graphics. Now we can change it to 720. And we already have our settings set to ultra. Go to continue. And we'll see how it plays. That GPU is going to go through the roof right now. And we're in balance mode. So you get us, with walking, you get 30 frames, a little less. There's a little less slowdown too with performance instead of extreme. So that's crazy because this is ultra settings. And if we go here, because I don't see too much of a difference between graphic, we'll take it down to medium. And see how the frames jump a little bit, not much though. But I mean, this is at 720, so with this scenario, you can play close to 30 frames with moving around. When you're in game, from what I've seen with the fighting, you'll get above 30 frames. It's just, there's a lot going on, I guess. And then if we go back real quick, graphics, I'll just keep it low. Maybe this will give us a stable 30 or a little higher, I guess. But the lower I can't talk right now. The lower the graphics are, the less the GPU we're using. It is still above 60 because I'm assuming it's 720. And when we're 800 by 600, it's barely 30%. But again, the cool thing is the RAM, 16 gigs, we're only using 30%. So you could get away with 12 gig model of whatever and be able to play this game. The GX3 Gen 2 might be a little more efficient with this game because it has a bigger GPU than the 8 Gen 2. But again, if you don't care about, if you're going to play it at low res, 800 by 600, I might throw this on the Pocket S2 just because of that screen size. We'll just get away with like less noticeable jaggies and pixels and still be able to play at pretty decent frame rates. But I gotta tweak these settings because it's good and the frame rates say it's good, but there is, regardless if we're at 50, 60, or 30, there's some sort of slowdown. And I want to see if there's something I can do to fix that. Yeah, like, I don't know if it's him slowing down or if it's, yeah, I don't know. But 720, not bad. It's at 30, a little over, a little less, but still very impressive. Alright, that's going to be it for today probably. So thank you so much for watching. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care.